Hey everyone, Matt Father here with another exciting backyard baseball video as I mess up on switching screens there for a minute. We have finished our first 5 games of this side season, so we have one remaining repeat matchup, I should say, as we travel to take on the Yankees with our Orioles, our bitter rivals here. We will be playing at Playground Commons, so I'm pretty excited about that. One of my favorite fields. We'll be trying to take advantage of Quinn Driver out in left field, and my nemesis Ryan Vanderhoek in right field. Brett can obviously cover a lot of ground in center. And kind of an interesting team overall. Outside of Lance and Ryan, not a ton of studs, but our first time up, we definitely struggled to score on them. So we'll be trying to, hit the ball a little bit better and score some more runs. And avoid hitting line drives right at Billie Jean, avoid testing Heidi's scary throwing arm behind the plate. But yeah, we're going to roll with our normal offense and defense. Nothing has changed there throughout all our games. And let's see how we can do against these Yankees. As always, largely following our standard league rules, so no bunting. Can only use power-ups with my round 9 player, who I am considering to be Ben Bender. Is that his name? I forgot my own teammate's name, as Andy Bronson starts things off. Brad Bender. Sorry about that. So Brad Bender is considered our round 9 player for the purposes of batting power-ups. And Andy Bronson started things off with a single for us. And Ahmed Khan batting second behind him. Takes the first pitch for a ball. Will not, again, generally be stealing on Heidi. Just a high pop-up from Ahmed that, well, looks like it's going to work out thanks to the struggles of AI catchers in this game. So technically a single for Ahmed. I should also note this is my first game played standing. I got access to a standing desk recently, so I'm currently playing standing up. I'm already finding that the height of my monitors is not quite what I'm used to, like relative to my eye level, so it's kind of hard to read the height of pitches, I think, at least, because of that. And so we immediately ground into, thankfully, just a fielder's choice at second with Raw. It does leave a couple runners on base for Petra here. And with a runner on third, I feel mostly okay about attempting a steal of second with Raw. He does make a strong throw. It did knock over the fielder, so maybe he could have made it anyways, but we decided not to take that risk. Raw dives back into first. Yeah, I was tempted by that one on the high and outside corner with Petra, but decided against it. So I'll go to 1-1 the count. I think that pitch was outside, but thought I could get a pretty good swing on it. Did get a decent swing on it, but right at Ryan in right field, and he makes the catch for the second out. So 2 outs and 2 on for Amir Khan now. Yeah, pretty low in the strike zone there to Amir, so I did take it, and it was called a strike, fairly, I might add. That was a pretty wild one from Lance, though. Well high and outside of the strike zone. That one looked pretty dang good right down the middle, but Amir just fouls it back. So 1 and 2 are count. But Amir got all of that one on the 1 and 2 count for a 3-run home run to pretty much straight away left field. Inside pitch from Mr. Lance Lambert, and Amir turned on it with those quick wrists he picks up playing drums all the time, and slammed it. 354 feet. Okay, not that much of a slam, but 3 runs is 3 runs, especially against my least favorite team, the Yankees. So it's always fun to do that. And with Amir's also awesome run song, we're just letting that play out for a second here before we move on to Davey Marion. Number 6 in our order. I think I've pretty well decided I'm a line driver with Davey. Just never feel all that confident with his power swing. Rips that one towards left field, but it goes fine. So that's just my personal experience with him. I also know other backyard baseball players that have had good success with Davey Marion, or I guess backyard baseball coaches that have had good success with power swing with Davey. But it's just, it's not for me, I don't think. I bounce between them. I don't think he's that consistent with line drive either, to be honest, but he has managed to work to a full count here. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the inning. And nobody on base. Davey gets a pretty good swing on the ball towards left field, but Brett Olson was shifted over, thanks to the AI reading my open stance there. And Brett makes the catch. He's a good center fielder. Quinn Driver leading things off for the Yankees. Somehow batting .214 this season. I feel like that is pretty good for somebody with a 1 in batting and a 1 in running. Whiffs out the first 2 slow balls from Mr. Andy Bronson, though. But does foul back the 3rd one to stay alive in this at-bat. Fouls off the 4th one to continue to stay alive in this at-bat. Let's try to sneak a fastball by him. And we do. Swings even earlier than our fastball was arriving. And Andy picks up strikeout number 1. Poor Brett Olson batting .071 so far. Lays down a good bunt there. Can Raul make the play? Yes. Gets Brett by a step or 2. Pick up a quick 2nd out in the inning. And bring up mortal nemesis, Ryan Vanderhoek, or however you pronounce that last name. Ryan managed a true home run off of me in a league game, and I've never forgiven him for it. It goes quickly to 0-2 in this particular at-bat after a couple of hooks from Andy. A fastball jams him a little bit, and he does just line it softly back to Andy for the 3rd out. So down towards the bottom of our order for us, now in the top of the 2nd, Cal, Horace, and Brad. Cal gets a nice line drive swing out into left field, though. And we're going to test Quinnen's arm in left. Makes a good throw into short. But Cal sprints and slides in safely at 2nd base. Cal's very high stamina paying off there. I don't think that used up much juice. Nope. So Cal on 2nd for Horace here. Had a nice home run last game. Does something similar, but off the fence in left field this time. And Cal squeaks his way to third. If I had been able to send Cal like full speed immediately, I saw that ball was going to fall in. But the game was slowing Cal up until the ball actually hit the ground. So it's a little bit iffier. Another strong throw from Heidi, who does not care about there being a runner on third at all, apparently. They'll stop trying to even test her in that situation as Lance makes a nasty pitch, low and inside corner to take Brad to an 0-2 count. Brad makes contact to stay alive, but just trickles foul down the first baseline. Don't think he was going to get to first safely there unless they tried to get the lead runner, perhaps. Ooh, got lucky there on a liner back to the pitcher that Lance does catch. Probably could have doubled up Horace at first, but makes a throw to second instead. So, runners on the corners for Andy, who takes the pitch that is even above his big old strike zone, also a little bit outside. And he's going to take this second pitch as well, though it catches the low and outside corner. So 1-1, 1 out in the inning. Andy, I think, gets all that one out towards center field, and he does. Lands right in between the wooden fence and the chain link fence in center. Brett could do nothing but watch it go over his head there. It's not a very large distance, but a second 3-run home run for us of the game so far. Gives the good guys, depending on your perspective, but in my perspective, the good guys a 6-0 lead. And brings back up Mr. Ahmed Khan. Watches that first pitch go by pretty high up in the strike zone for a strike. But second pitch falls too short. That one might have been a little high, but well, and we foul it back, go to 1-2 in the count, and the Yankees swap Ryan in on the mound. Ahmed with a little trickler back to Ryan. Takes Ryan a little too long to actually go field it. He's got a good arm, but couldn't make the play there. So a single for Ahmed, and then brings up Raul Mondesi, who's got about the same bat as Davey, I believe, at least. That's probably why I feel similarly that using that line drive is the way to go for me. Should keep in mind also we have a presumably pretty tired, well, he hasn't actually thrown that many pitches, but presumably at least a little bit tired Lance Lambert out in right field, if we can take advantage of that. Not on that swing from Raul, though, as it goes right to Brett Olson in center. Not a bad swing, but just did not quite get the right location there. It's very tempted by that pitch that ultimately was out of the strike zone. I still think I could have crushed it with Petra, but you never know. Yeah, that's an ugly one, but pretty obvious strike. Might have been able to pull it. Just always felt a little better about outside pitches with Petra. But that may just be some bias coming in. Yeah, have to swing at a pitch I didn't really like, just to try to stay alive there, and we do foul it off. So it's still at 1-2. Solid swing from Petra there. It's going to get out right at Lance and right. Petra will get to first safely, and Ahmed scoots around to third base. So Runners on the corners. Runners on the corners, I should say, for Amir Khan once again. Takes the first pitch fastball from Ryan just below the strike zone. Has a chance to be a hero once again, but just hits a high pop-up that looks like Ryan's going to be able to field it, and he is. So another 3 runs. 6 runs on 9 hits. Nice so far. And Isaac Drummond starting things off here for the Yankees. It's a liner right at Cal. Cal does not make the catch, but it bounces off Cal back to Andy. Andy throws over to first and picks up the first out on the first pitch. Giuseppe up next. Little dribbler back to Andy. Easy throw to first for the second out. As you may be able to tell from the music, Billie Jean Blackwood is now up to bat for these Yankees. Gave her a pitch to hit. She grounds it to Davey. Davey guns it to Ahmed. And that'll do it. Still no hits for the Yankees. The 6 runs still for us as Davey starts things off for us here in the top of the 3rd. Gets a nice first pitch hook from Ryan, but gets fouled back behind home plate. Lines that one right at the shortstop, who makes a catch. Forgot who's at shortstop. Isaac's at 3rd, right? Yeah, Cameron Haynes at shortstop. Interesting player with a 1 in batting, but actually a little bit of pop in the bat at least. Nice catch there from Cameron, and again, our first out. As Cal also tries to test Cameron. Cameron cannot make that play. And we're not going to be able to get Cal the second to there, but at least a single. At least a runner on base for Horace Young. Try to do his line drive, sneaky power thing. Tries to turn on that inside fastball, but fouls it back. That looked like a good pitch to hit. Hits it well into center, and it squeaks past Brett Olson. It was shifted out of position. The AI shift not working out very well for them in that situation. Could have made it with how that throw worked out. But we do get a nice double from Horace, move Cal around to 3rd, and have Brad Bender now at the plate. Our hope here is that, well, first of all, that Brad makes decent contact. Second of all, that it's towards this 3rd base side and that the AI chooses to try to make a play at 3rd instead of gunning him out at 1st. Of course, we've fallen behind 0-2 here, so not a whole lot of flexibility now. Though Ryan does miss a little below the strike zone with that one. So 1-2 our count. And Brad swings through a strike high and inside to go down on strikes, unfortunately. It does at least keep the inning going for Andy Bronson to try to be a hero once again. He gets good wood on it, but out towards Brett in center, and Brett makes the catch. Not enough pop behind that one from Andy. But we threatened once again. No runs go on the board for the Orioles in the top of the 3rd. So we return to Andy Bronson on the mound, facing off against Cameron Haynes to lead off their half of the 3rd. Cal makes almost too strong of a throw on a liner up the middle from Cameron, but Ahmed adjusts well this time. Makes the catch and the out. So it brings up Heidi, who fouls off first pitch and whiffs pretty bad at the second pitch. Tries some low and inside heat, and she gets way out in front of it for Andy's second strikeout of this one. Last but certainly not least in this lineup, in fact, I think their most fearsome hitter by far, Lance Lambert, again is now in right field for the Yankees. It's the ball hard up the middle, and I think it's going to be a single. It skipped past both of our middle infielders. Cal not reacting quite as well as I would have liked. So first hit of this game, for the Yankees I should say, is a single from Lance Lambert. Looks like he's not going to get anywhere as long as we don't screw up this play, and we don't, despite what can happen with pitchers covering first base in backyard baseball. So, despite the hit, we get out of there with no actual damage done. And start off our top of the fourth with Ahmed Khan, who crushes it moderately towards left field. Skips past the slide out there. And a solo shot for Ahmed, 414 feet. I'm just going to chill for a second and rock out to these rocking tunes. Ahmed touches them all and brings our score up to 7 in this one, with no outs in the fourth inning still. Mondesi going to try to figure things out now here with nobody on. Leave him on power swing, I think, for now. It's not much of a power swing, but the infield was playing far enough back that it falls in, and with his pretty good speed, not too difficult of a single there ultimately. Obviously not exactly what we were looking for with a power swing, but it's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, as Petra whiffs at a pitch that was a little bit out of the strike zone for strike one, and fouls back the second pitch for strike two. Staying on power with Petra, no real reason not to. That one could be trouble, but is not going to be two. Maybe we'll get Petra at first after Rawl makes it to second before there's a chance at a play. So Emery's back up with just one runner on this time. Gets a strike for his first pitch, but low and inside, not exactly what I'm looking for. Here, hits that ball hard out towards center. Looks like Brett is going to make the play out in center, though. He does, but it serves as a kind of a sac fly. Moves Rawl over to third base for Davey. So I think pretty much any hit here will score Rawl now. We need that hit to come from Davey. A nice swing on the ball, but looks like Brett does get under it, but cannot make the catch. Tough play there for Brett. Hard hit ball from Davey. Right at a fielder once again. Davey's been struggling with that. But we'll take the technically hit and take the run. So 8-0 now, with 2 outs in the top of the fourth, and a first pitch ball to Cal Ripken Jr. Second pitch, also just a bit outside. Ryan seems to have lost all sense of where the strike zone is. Hook curves way too far inside. And we're going to go ahead and take this pitch, as most Major League players do. Not all, but most. So 3-1 now on Cal. That pitch does catch the bottom of the strike zone. So Ryan's caught back up to a full count now. That means I kind of had to swing at that pitch. Cal hit it well. Not out, but well. So Davey scoots up to third. Cal, somewhat riskily, made it to second. So another double from Cal, who's had a pretty good day at the plate. And brings things to Horace Young, who is 2 for 2 so far. It's that one on the ground towards third. They have no play on Horace at first, but no chance to move up Davey or Cal either. Bases loaded for Brad Bender. No batting power-up, I notice. So not ideal, especially on a nasty first pitch fastball from Ryan that just catches the inside part of the strike zone. Another pretty nasty strike there from Ryan, as we have quickly fallen behind 0-2 and can't really mess around anymore. Gonna need some pretty good luck to both have Brad hit the ball in general and get everybody somewhere safely. Doesn't look like that's actually going to happen. But Ryan, no longer my nemesis, cannot field the ball successfully on a soft grounder. Just need to pause for a second. Soft grounder back right at him. Everyone is safe, including the 4-speed Brad Bender, our hero, to drive in Davey. Bring us up 9-0 now. And keep the bases loaded with 2 outs for Andy Bronson. Andy swings hard at the first pitch, but once again tails off. Not quite enough damage on that swing. Brett fields it successfully in center field. Those are the kind of hits that at our home field of TCA should have reached the trailer, I think at least. But alas, that is not the case here at Playground Commons. But Brad Bender gets an RBI single with the bases loaded. Amazing. And shamed my nemesis even better. I don't even remember who was at bat there, but a quick first out for... it was Brett. Brett hit it short. No, but... Okay, well... Can we make this out at first? Yes. Good job. Good teamwork, Andy and Ahmed. On the very slow, probably completely exhausted Ryan there. Isaac Drummond now at the plate with 2 outs and nobody on. Isaac hits that ball hard towards left field. Looks like he's going to pick up a single. Yeah, no real chance. Throw him out there. Nice hit from Isaac. Runner on first for Giuseppe, however you pronounce it. It's a ground ball that skips past Andy, but he retreats, makes the play at second base for the 3rd out. So Yankees have scattered a couple hits so far, but no runs for them. 9 runs for us, and Ahmed Khan leading things off here in the top of the 5th. 3 for 3 so far. Really liked that pitch. Does not stay fair, unfortunately. Hits it hard towards left field, down the left field line, but foul. Liked that pitch too, but just fouls it behind the plate. Foul behind, 0-2 now. And then strikes out on a hook catching the high inside part of the strike zone. Definitely not the kind of pitch I would have wanted there, but can't be very picky with 2 strikes, I assume. But did not quite time it properly for Ryan to pick up his 2nd strikeout of the game and then try a fireball on Mondesi here. Fireball is a strike. 2nd pitch sure looked like a strike. Fouled it back. Took a cut on that high and inside hook. And that pitch catches the top part of the strike zone. Raul goes down on strikes as well. Back to back for Ryan here. Petra up with 2 outs and nobody on. Ryan feeling some of those many pitches that he's thrown though, as the first pitch is quite low for a ball. 2nd pitch looked a lot better, catches the inside part of the strike zone. Petra golfs that one foul. Fall behind 1-2. Ryan misses mark pretty bad with that hook. Quite a ways outside, and Petra catches up a little bit to 2-2. It's a good swing on the ball, but right at the second base person, they cannot make any kind of good throw to first. So Petra waltzes her way over for a single. Gives Emery a chance to do a little bit of damage this inning. Ryan's fireball once again catches the strike zone. And that will do it for him. Isaac Drummond takes the mound. So Ryan over at 3rd base now, I believe. Could be something we're able to take advantage of, but we also literally never hit the ball to Lance in right field, so probably not. Isaac's missed with his first couple of pitches, so Mir works his way up to a 2-1 count with 2 outs and Petra on first base. Mir gets a pretty good looking pitch that he has a chance at from his open stance, but fouls that hook back. Pitch 5 of the at-bat misses inside, so a full count for Mir. Gets a pretty good pitch to hit, but just a little grounder that Isaac is able to field, make a throw to second, and get Petra quite easily. So no runs once again for us there. And Billie Jean Blackwood now at the plate, who lays down a bunt, surprisingly. Pretty tough play by Raul, but he gets her by about half the length of the base paths. So no, not actually a tough play for Raul. And we get our first out of the inning, and pick up a quick first strike on Cameron Haynes, pick up a quick 2nd strike. No, slow balls, so not that quick, but 2 strikes on Cameron. Does manage to make contact with a heat that was intended as a strikeout pitch. Try a hook. Gets quite a ways out ahead of that hook, and Andy picks up his 3rd strikeout of this contest. And one of his earlier strikeout victims, Heidi, is back up at the plate. Gets way out ahead of that slow ball for first pitch strike. Makes okay contact, but pretty easily fielded and thrown to first base by Andy. So 1, 2, 3 in 9th inning. And Davey Marion starting things off for the Orioles here in the top of the 6th. We're going to give him a chance on power here, just because. Not like the line drives have been falling in this one. Mostly because of Brett in center has been a main nuisance for us as a team, as Davey hits that one high in the air. Heidi manages to make the catch. I was not expecting that, to be honest. Not actually sure I've seen a ball hit like that caught by the catcher. So, first out, it was a deserved out. I'm just surprised more than anything. As Cal watches the first pitch go by for a ball, puts good wood on it, but a little bit too much air under it. As that one's caught by Brett in center field, and Horace could be our last batter of this one. Still struggled against this Yankee defense. I do definitely think Brett holds things together out in center, kind of showing the value of center field defense, which I've often undervalued, though I've also often had either Tin Can or Steel Stadium as my home fields, where a center fielder has not a whole lot of responsibilities, but yeah, another ball hit, and Brett makes a nice catch on. So nice job by Brett down in center. As I throw a slow ball to Lance Lambert, and he thankfully does not just deposit it into, well, there are no seats, but over the fence somewhere. Also whiffs at a left hook. I don't think the AI is very good at hitting big freezes, but always a risk. Oh, and he just misses with it a little bit outside of the strike zone. We'll try again. We've got some more juice coming. And Lance does indeed whiff at it. Just wanted to be safe there with what I thought was safer. And pick up our fourth strikeout of the game. We lost the big freeze, but ended up getting it back because of the strikeout. And we'll just be moderately careful with our last couple batters here, trying to maintain this shutout at the very least. Not allow the dang Yankees to score, even though I did not score a whole lot on them. Little ground ball back to Brad, and makes it through to Ahmed for out number 2. And our new nemesis, Brett Olson, for potentially the last batter of this game, as he whiffs pretty bad at a first pitch slow ball. And I still don't care enough to throw anything but slow balls to Brett here. Although I don't mind going for a strikeout here, so big freeze. And we do pick up 5th strikeout of the game. Only took Andy 40 pitches to get through this one. So not much damage done on offense by the Yankees, but pretty good defensive showing, again highlighted by Brett in center. And just highlighted by some struggles at the plate for the Orioles. Everyone got at least one hit, and had some nicely hit home runs, but just a little bit of lack of consistency there, and still some struggles from folks like Davey. So season stats so far, everyone other than Brad are batting at least 500. A little low for Petra, only 2 home runs from Petra too, though that is of course somewhat biased by our Tin Can Alley home field, which is not the best home field for someone of Petra's talents, but still one of my favorite players to use, and still been a pretty solid overall team effort so far. And again, that'll do it for our first 6 games here with repeat matchups. So 8 more games to go, half at home and half on the road. And I do not know who are on the rest of these teams, so we will find that out together, and as we finish up and continue to progress through this season. But that'll do it for me today. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.